to his 70th birthday.
They are amazing. She's amazing.
2 nights ago. She's so funny. The best thing about being around them is when she's around too, there's this whole level of like comedy that's around it all.
Yes. It's a fun sitcom where she's like a fun, bubbly, sunny person, and the CIA killed his whole family. And it's just like a fun, and it's like hilarity ensues. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
he's like looking for bombs in a car, and she's playing tennis. It's a fun mix. They're an odd couple.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door. This could be our last day. Because they've killed all of his dad, his uncle.
And people are like, why is this guy so skeptical about stuff? Are you out of your mind?
No, it's crazy. People are like, why doesn't he trust the government to inject us with the right chemicals? Yeah. It's like they killed, it probably got so non-eventful that they would just open his door when he was a kid and go, they just killed someone else. And he'd go, whatever.
Yeah.
Did he even get upset? After the third or the fourth one, it was probably like, yeah, we get it.
Yeah, after that, you got to be able to just bet on who it's going to happen to on prize
Yeah,
picks
and they
or
would just
something.
come to him and be like, hey, so your nephew just flew into a mountain, we think. We don't even know. We think your cousin was eaten by a shark, but while she was skiing. Like, they didn't even make sense. They're like, she was eaten by a shark on the slopes. And he'd have to just take it. He'd have to go, yeah, man, that's what happens when sharks get in the mountains. It's fucked up.
Yeah, she fell through a pothole in her imagination.
Yeah. None of it made sense. They were like, there was one shooter who shot your father 18 times. But that shooter was blind.
Yeah, he was blind.
Blind man who shot your father in a hotel kitchen.
This is so sad to be
It's
laughing
crazy.
Have you been to the place, the place where the shooting happened?
I have not.
Bro, you would have to actually pull.
It's crazy.
You would have to lean out of a window.
Yeah. JFK. I was at that. Yeah.
That is facing kind of the other way. You'd have to lean out of this window. You would have to have a friend hold your legs
crazy.
while you lean out of a window.
Yeah. At some point in that, someone would go, man, this is not a good idea. We should do it another way. There's like this. There's no way this works.
It was impossible to
hard.
do. It was unbelievable.
It was tough. But he's, for all that, he's like a remarkably well-adjusted guy.
I agree. I feel like he is, I really feel like he's the best choice.
Agreed. By the way, agreed.
Yeah. As a human being that's going to, whether he's right or wrong about something, I would rather that someone cares and gives a fuck about whatever's going on. The guy cares that they're could be injecting trash into people.
100%.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is like, what I like about him is that he doesn't care.
Right. He has nothing to lose. They've taken everything from him.
They've taken everything from him.
They
He's
took his
out
father.
there just going, this is my truth.
Right.
There would be a lot more money in it if he just went along with the rest of the thing.
Yeah, if he just replied to an email from Chuck Schumer.
Right. He could be like he'd have a lot easier time if he just went along with everybody else.
But that's what I think is so. Yeah, I agree. It's just that he's not beholden to anybody.
No.
He's not beholden to anybody.
He can do kind of what he wants.
Do you think there's any path? Because I don't even know if they'll let him on a lot of the ballots. Are they letting him? Can you look that up?
It's hard. I think that there's rules that keep him off certain ballots. They want him to pay for his own thing.
It's crazy, though.
It's crazy, but they're trying to they're just trying to close ranks around Biden. They don't want.
Yeah, they're really protecting Biden. A lot of these lawyers are
because, by the way, Biden, it's gotten to a point where it's almost a little fun now for the people around him because it is like a weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah,
it is kind of fun because he's like essentially just almost at the death's door, and they're all now like we're all in this together.
Oh, he's like Death Dash.
It's Death Dash.
Yeah,
they're in it together now. So it's kind of like we can't get out. It's kind of fun, like late nights. Just propping him up, like playing with him like a puppet and going like, we're just going to put him out on the debate stage, like giving him good drugs, injecting him. Like the injections that Biden gets before the first debate, It will be nothing you've ever heard. Like teams of people. You ever see the scene in E.T. where they put a tent around and they won't let anyone near it? Before Biden walks on that debate stage, there's going to be an E.T. like tent and just people in hazmat suits are going to go in and just start injecting him with things. And then he's just going to walk out like a regular person. And then you're going to go, oh, there's shit we have no idea about.
He's going to have a dip in his cheek of children's hair.
Yeah, he's going to just start boxing. Like, he's going to come out. They're going to be like, he'll start like throwing hands. He'll be like, there are drugs we've never heard. Like, there's technology we've never heard of. There are drugs we've never heard of.
Oh, they're going to be pumping. They're going to be playing T.I. They're going to be doing anything. They're going to be like, they'll have a Ouija board channeling corn pop from the fucking swimming pool.
They're going to be, can you imagine like doing debate prep with him, how nervous they're going to be? They're going to be sitting there and they're going to be like, okay. And then they're going to call like the people in like the deep state and stuff. They're going to go, we gotta really up the dose here. We're not, I mean, like he's not responding to the regular stimuli. We need to really get in here with some like really intense because he just left the room. We just asked him a question. He just walked out of the room. He doesn't know where he is. So like we gotta like play around with a cocktail of things to just get him to a point where he stands at the podium.
Put him on the AIDS meds. They're gonna have him on everything you can be on. Dude, the crazy thing is they're gonna have it so
he's gonna be on AIDS meds. They'll have him on everything. Ketamine.
Imagine the scripts they'll be practicing with him the week before.
Oh my God.
Probably it'll just be monologues from famous movies.
Oh my God. It's gonna be things Tony Soprano said. They're like, if you forget, just give this speech that Tony Soprano gave to Anthony about World War II. Just if that's the closest you can get to this question, read this scene from The Sopranos where Tony talked about the importance of Italian Americans during World War II.
It's going to be, dude, he's going to be reading monologues from the movie Hoosiers whenever Gene Hackman tried to get Jimmy Chitwood to run the picket fence. Right. It's going to be unbelievable.
Unbelievable. By the way, that first debate, I will be watching just like there's nothing more entertaining than that. It's the Super Bowl for someone like me to just watch that go down.
It's old versus orange, baby.
It's old versus orange, and it's just they're both wild. Like Trump's going to be just popping off because now Trump's also 4 years older. He doesn't even care anymore.
And who's more likely to even say the N-word now? It's different reasons.
Both of them.
I know, because one could just bubble out of fucking Biden, or Trump could just fire one off that he earned back in the day.
Presidential candidates said the N-word in a debate.
Well, if they did it at the same time, I think it's what we all want to hear.
Yeah.
But if they don't.
It's a good point. Like if they just both said it at the exact same time, then it would just be a reset. Then the country, like at that point, if Trump and Biden say the N-word at the same time in that debate, the Israelis and the Palestinians are just going to look at each other and start embracing. Yeah. They'll hug because that's what we need, really.
Oh, it's exactly what we need, man. The fact that, but if Bobby Kennedy Jr. was out there and got to debate either one of them, I think he would crush them.
Bobby Kennedy Jr., I think, would absolutely wreak havoc in a debate. He should be out there.
Why can't he debate? He's an independent candidate, right?
These big parties try to keep everybody out because people try to get in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people try to get in there. Like people will just, like, I think Ben Glebe was trying to, like, run for president. Right? Like, so they just try to keep people out because it could get real wild. Yeah. You know, like, the third-party candidates could kind of get wild.
Oh, definitely. That's true.
Like, you'd have a bunch of, you'd have, like, one of the Real Housewives.
You'd have an OnlyFans model.
Jump on there. Some OnlyFans model would get out there.
Teresa Guidici.
Yeah, from the Real Housewives, she'd get out there. You know, and so like you
Charleston White probably would be out there, hopefully.
You're right. Get this bitch out there.
Jeepers, huh? Wow, it looks like it literally reminds me of like the Muppets went to fucking makeup.
But that's the problem. Like